So today we're going to do a Mandala Flow, which is basically a circular flow. So we'll be moving around on our mats. We'll be forwards and backwards and sideways, and just kind of having fun with it, getting a new perspective, trying some different things. So you'll see some different kinds of postures and movements. You might even have to pause and peek for a minute because some of the transitions are a little bit different. So we're going to start in child's pose. So come onto the shins, bring the knees wide, walk the hands forward and the hips back. And just elongating the spine here, settling the forehead into the mat. And start to welcome the breath and bring the gaze internal. As we settle into our space, start to set an intention for your practice. Just fully arriving here in this space, ready to connect to the breath, ready to move the body. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Last full deep breath in child's pose. Start to walk the hands off to the right. If we can, maybe reaching that left hand and setting it on top of the right hand. Pressing that left hip back and down toward the earth. Deep breath into the left lung. Left ribs, all the left side, and then walk back towards center, walk to the left. Maybe if we can reach, set that right hand on top of the left. Release the forehead down toward the floor. Deep breath into the right lung. Breathing into the right ribs. And the entire right side of the body. Walking the hands back towards center. Press back one more time just to lengthen through the spine. And then pressing up to tabletop position. Let's take 3 cat-cows here. So as we inhale, release the belly toward the earth, lift through the tailbone and the crown of the head. And as we exhale, we'll round the spine, drawing the tailbone down, bringing the gaze toward navel center. 2 more at your own pace. One more inhale. Exhale, rounding. Coming back to tabletop position. Find a neutral spine. Let's extend that right leg out behind us. Then we're going to take the right leg and bring it to the left. Tuck the toes under and then start to walk your hands to the left. So we're looking back toward our right toes. Walk the hands back towards center, and then take that right leg and bring it off to the right. Place the right heel behind the right toes, tuck the left toes under, and press back. Extend the arms forward for an inner thigh stretch. Press it back up, tabletop position, and then we'll switch sides. So extend the left leg straight out behind, and then swing that left leg to the right, tuck the toes under, and then we'll start walking the hands to the right, looking toward the left toes. So we'll have a lot of similar stretches like this in class today. So just warming up, opening through the left outer hip, and then come back towards center. Take that left leg, bring it to the left now. Place that left heel behind the left toes, tuck the right toes under and press back. Inner thigh stretch, release the forehead down toward the earth, and then come all the way back up. Tabletop position, tuck all 10 toes under, hips high, heels low, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Start to find some movement here in downward facing dog. Start to elongate the spine by releasing the crown of the head down toward the earth. And just let that neck be nice and loose. If you haven't already connected to your Ujjayi breath, this is a great place to start. So breathing in and out through the nose, gentle constriction to the back of the throat. Breath becomes audible, becomes a guide for our practice. One more breath here. And then we're going to reach that left hand to the outside of the right ankle. So if we need to walk the feet forward, please feel free to do that. Get a grip either on your calf, shin, or ankle, and then look to the right. Looking out underneath the right arm. And then coming back, downward facing dog. We'll reach the right hand to the left ankle, calf, or shin. And then we're going to look to the left, pull that right elbow to the right, look out underneath the left arm. And come back to downward facing dog. If you shortened your dog, come back to a long dog. And then on the inhale, come forward to plank. Lift those heels, shift forward, look past your hands, and then slowly lower all the way down. Chaturanga arms, elbows stay in. Find some control as we come down onto the earth. Take the hands wide, come up onto your fingertips, and lift the chest off the floor. Just sink that left shoulder in, look to the right, and then come back through center. Sink the right shoulder in and look to the left. Big stretch for the fronts of the shoulders and chest. Come back towards center, lift through the crown of the head, and then lower all the way down. Place the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, press up tabletop or plank, and back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. This time on the inhale, come all the way forward to upward facing dog and keep the toes tucked. So we're just gonna lift those heels, come forward, open through the chest. Keep those toes tucked, straight arms, good. And then back, high, up and back, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. So lift the heels high and then start to snake yourself forward. Keep the toes tucked and just open through the chest and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, take the right leg high. Exhale, step through to low lunge. And then place the left knee on the floor and we're gonna take half splits pose. Left knee, or left hip comes over left knee and we start to straighten through that right leg. Forward fold over the right leg, getting a hamstring stretch option to play with the flex and point of the toes. And then let's make our way back to back to low lunge. So lift the left knee off the floor and then step back, plank pose. Hold here. Option chaturanga, coming halfway down or all the way back down onto the belly. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Ooh, something big just bit me. Inhale, take the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Place that right knee on the floor, right hip over right knee, straighten through the left leg, Ardha Hanumanasana. Forward fold over the left leg, getting that hamstring stretch. Play with the flex and the point of the left toes. And then come forward, low lunge. Lift that back knee off the floor. Nice tall spine, and then step back, plank pose, chaturanga, optional, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Deep breath here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward, step or float to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to tall mountain. We're gonna take our right ankle, cross it over the left. So two sides of the feet are parallel to one another. We're gonna take the left hand onto the belly, right arm's gonna reach up, and we're gonna side bend to the left. Good. So with this hand on the belly, feel the belly engage. Sometimes we forget about our core when we're side bending. Should draw that belly button back toward the spine. You're gonna feel a really beautiful stretch along the outside of your right side. Come back towards center and switch across the ankles. Left ankle's gonna come over right. Right hand's gonna come to low belly. Left arm's gonna reach up We're gonna side bend to the right. Feel the core engage, feel the belly button drawing back toward the spine. Keep that left shoulder in line with the left hip. Side bend a little bit more. And come back towards center, uncross the legs, both arms up overhead. And then exhale, cactus the arms, pull the elbows down, lift through the chest, chin away from the chest. Inhale back to tall mountain raise, high. Exhale, swan dive, come down with a flat back, reaching through the fingertips, hinging at the hips, forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, monkey, hold here in monkey pose. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Hands are either on blocks, floor, shins, or thighs. Find a nice flat back. Knees can be slightly bent or legs can be straight. Now from here, reach the arms off to the side. Hold here, building some strength in our spine. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, right hand comes to the floor, left arm reaches up toward the sky. Come back through center, both arms extend, and then left arm to the floor, right arm to the sky. You can take left hand to the shins as well. Come back through center, inhale, both arms out, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, place the hands on the floor, step back, plank pose. Lower down, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, take the right leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. Okay, from here, we're gonna take the right toes to the right. Good. Keep that left hand on the floor. We're gonna sweep the right arm back and then come onto the outer edge of the left foot. Good. Okay, and really reach toward those left toes. Support yourself with your left arm, then feel this fabulous stretch in the outer right hip and the left side as we sink down. Okay, building some strength as well as flexibility here. Okay, now come back to center. We're gonna heel toe that right foot off just to an angle, and then the right toes are gonna come out at an angle. Now we're gonna release that left knee to the floor, maybe come onto the shins. Sorry, the forearms. Extend the crown of the head forward. And then you can stay here or start to press that right knee open, come onto the outer edge of the right foot. Come back towards center. Come back up onto the hands, heel toe that right foot in, lift the knee off the floor. Step back plank pose. Lower Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, take the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Okay, we're gonna take that left foot and start to bring it to the left. Good. We're gonna keep the right hand on the floor, come onto the outer edge of the right foot, and sweep that left arm back. Good, looks really nice, guys. So sink that right hip to the floor, but keep it lifted off the floor. So we're building strength in that right arm and flexibility in both hips and in our right side. Okay, so this is eventually gonna become a transitional move. So we wanna really feel the body, get comfortable with this position here, come back towards center, and then heel toe that left foot a little bit further out and off to an angle, right knee to the floor. You can stay here, you're getting this nice stretch, or you can come onto the forearms. Extend the crown of the head forward, shoulders away from the ears. You can stay here, or you can press the left knee open and come onto the outer edge of the left foot. A little twist in the spine. And just use that hand to deepen the stretch. Good. And then come back towards center. Up onto the hands, heel toe that left foot back to low lunge. And then step back plank. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Complete the exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. All right, so same movement here. You're gonna keep that left hand on the floor, sweep that right arm back, lower the left hip to the floor. Good. Now you're gonna come back through center and you're gonna side lunge to the back of your mat. Okay, Skandasana on the left. We're gonna hold here. First time in this posture, toes are gonna point up toward the ceiling. Heel is reaching toward the floor. Mine doesn't touch, but that's fine. We're working toward that position. Hands maybe come to the heart if you wanna work on your balance. Find a tall spine, so head is in line with the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Take one more breath here. Exhale. Now you're gonna low lunge to the back of your mat. So find that left knee right over the left ankle. Nice long spine in low lunge. From here, inhale and rise up to crescent lunge. Both arms up overhead, back heel off the floor, drawing that tailbone down. Good, and lengthen your stance a little bit more. Let's move this foot a little bit further back. Yeah, good, beautiful. Okay, take one more inhale here in crescent lunge, and then exhale, lower your hands to the floor. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Now pause here. You're gonna bend your left leg and you're gonna roll to your left. Good. And come into a seated position facing the front of your mat. Good. So it's kind of a weird transition, but we'll get there. So face the front of your mat. So left foot to right inner thigh and right foot straight forward. For Janu Shirsasana, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Just one more breath here. Release from the fold, and then we're gonna roll back to the left, back to upward facing dog at the back of your mat, and then back to downward facing dog. All right, so this is gonna be the same leg. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Left hand stays on the floor, right toes point out, sweep that right arm back. Good, and then transition to the left all the way to the front of the mat, Skandasana. And then low lunge to the front. Good. All right, working the brain. Step back plank, Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. All right, so we'll just practice that and it'll become clearer and easier. So let's do it on the other side. So the left leg is gonna lift high, step through low lunge. Right hand stays on the floor. Take those left toes out and sweep that left arm back. Yes, good. Now we're gonna come back through center and to the right and Skandasana to the back of our mat. Okay, so now we're gonna hold this posture here, maybe hands to heart, head in line with the spine, left toes pointing up, right heel reaching down, working on that ankle flexibility. Last breath. We're gonna take low lunge to the back of our mat. So we're lunging onto the right leg. Good, find a nice strong low lunge and then slowly rise up, crescent lunge. Those wrists right over the shoulders, heels lifting off the floor. Good, I'm just gonna adjust your foot. Beautiful. Okay, take one more breath in crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back plank. We're gonna start our vinyasa here. So lower chaturanga, upward facing dog. Now bend your right leg and you're gonna come onto the left hip and all the way over so you're facing the front of your mat. So left leg forward, Good. Right foot to left inner thigh, both arms up overhead, and forward fold. One more full breath. Both arms up. And release back to high plank. Good. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So same leg flowing back to the front of our mat. Left leg high, low lunge, step through. Right hand stays on the floor. Inhale, sweep that left arm back. Exhale through center. Side lunge to the front of the mat, Skandasana onto the right leg. Good. And then low lunge to the front. Step back plank, lower chaturanga. This time the whole shebang, upward facing dog and back to downward facing dog. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. All right, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Right arm sweeps back. Inhale. Exhale through center. Inhale, Skandasana. Exhale, low lunge to the back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Okay, adding on, so exhale, warrior two. Just pause here for another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow to left knee or left fingertips to the floor. Reach that right arm up and over. One more breath. All right, so right hand is going to continue to sweep down toward the floor. Plant that right hand and then step the left foot back for side plank. So side plank on the right arm. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, pause, bend your left leg. Roll to the left. Right leg forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way back up. And then exhale, roll to the left. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So it's going to be the same leg flowing back to the front. So inhale, right leg. Lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Left hand stays on the floor. Inhale, sweep that right arm back. Exhale through center. Inhale, Skandasana to the front of your mat. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. So lots of chaturangas. You can always skip any of these rounds if you want to, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. All right, let's take it on the other side and then we'll take a little break. So inhale, the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Right hand stays on the floor. Inhale. Sweep that left arm back. Look back towards your right toes. Exhale towards center, and then Skandasana on the right to the back of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, low lunge to the back of your mat. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to right knee or right fingertips toward the floor. Sweep that left arm forward, maybe look up, inhale. And then exhale, left hand to the floor, right foot steps back, side plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, bend that right leg, roll to the right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, and then exhale, plank. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, and down dog, exhale. I'm making you use your brain.
Focus.
Yes. Inhale, take the left leg high. So same leg, we're flowing back to the front. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, sweep it back. Look back, left hand reaches. Exhale through center. Skandasana to the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, lower down. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, come to a seat. Grab a drink. So, it's good to get creative in our practice, try new things, take different movements, get a new perspective. So we're gonna face toward the front of our mat. We're making our way into reverse tabletop position. So you're gonna bring your fingertips to point toward your heels, feet in line with the hips. Inhale, lift up. Make any adjustments so we've got everything stacked, all of our joints, everything in line. And really lift and open the chest. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, sweep the hips between the hands, toes flex back toward the face. Pull in Mula Bandha, your root lock. Come back to reverse tabletop. And hips between the hands. Hold here, flex those toes back. Draw the belly button back toward the spine. Mula Bandha, up and in on the pelvic floor. Last time, come into reverse tabletop, lift, open the chest, and hips between the hands. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Release the hips to the floor. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Hinge forward at the hips, reach the forehead toward the toes. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And release. We're gonna take that left leg in. Bend the left knee. Good. Gonna take that right foot in. Hands around the bottom of the feet. Rock back, lift the foot up. Good. And again, lift the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Keep holding onto that right foot with the right hand, and then take the left hand off, flip it to the outside of the right foot, and then reach that right arm back. Nice tall spine, nice deep twist. And still we're working that outer hip, getting a nice stretch along the right side of the leg. Working the core as well. Good, now come back through center. Keep that right leg lifted. Left leg joins the right for boat. One more breath in boat pose. Okay, now we're gonna take the right foot to the floor. Right hand comes to the outside of the left foot. Good. And reach back. Very nice. Now come back towards center. Lift up boat. Hold here for 3 and 2 and 1. Chaturanga, if you want, we're going to make our way back toward downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. All right, right leg lifts. Step through low lunge. All right, here we go again. So right arm reaches back, look back. Come through center, lunge to the back of the mat, Skandasana, onto the left leg. Transition to low lunge at the back of the mat. Rise up to crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, five-pointed star this time. Exhale, hands to heart, sink down into your squat. Take the hands to the knees and release the left shoulder in, look to the right. Press the inner thighs open, soft bend in the elbows. Inhale, back to center. Look to the left, right shoulder dips in. Come back through center, hands to the heart. Inhale, rise up, five-pointed star. Warrior two, back to the back of your mat, so onto the left leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, half moon this time, so stepping onto the left foot. Lift that right leg off the floor. Right arm extends to the sky. Hips and shoulders are stacked. Hand is either on a block, the shin, the floor, the ankle. All right, so we're gonna step back and listen to this transition. Low lunge, right hand stays on the floor. Side plank on the right. Inhale. Oh, geez Louise. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Same leg, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Sweep that right arm back, look to your left foot. Come back through center and Skandasana onto the left toward the front of your mat. Inhale, exhale, low lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, down dog, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg lifts, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Inhale, left arm sweeps back, look toward your right toes. Exhale through center. Inhale, Skandasana to the back of your mat. Exhale, low lunge to the back onto your right leg. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Transitioning through five-pointed star. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, heels behind the toes, hinge at the hips, reach through the fingers, and come forward. Let the head dangle. Arms or hands either are below the shoulders or reaching toward the ankles. Engage the quads. Neck is nice and loose. Last breath here. Inhale, rise up, five-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two, back to the back of your mat, onto that right leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. And this time, exhale, half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana, stepping onto the right foot, stacking the shoulders and the hips. Holding here, keeping the head in line with the spine, gazes either at the floor, off to the side, or up toward the fingertips. Last inhale. And exhale, step back, left hand stays on the floor. Inhale, side plank, right foot back, right arm up. It's so humid. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, left arm back, look toward the right toes. Exhale, around in a circle. Skandasana onto the right leg at the front of your mat. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Shift forward Plank, lower down onto the belly. Take the tops of the feet flat to the floor, zip the legs together. Take hands behind the back, interlace the hands for Yoga Mudra. Press the fists back toward the heel, lift the chest off the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Option to lift the feet off the floor. Last breath. And release. Left ear to the mat. Hands alongside the body. One more breath here. Bring the chin forward. Bend both legs, take the feet from the outside. Draw the knees in line with the hips. Press the feet into the hands and lift. Two more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, release, right ear to the mat, arms alongside the body. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press up through tabletop or plank, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, take the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Right arm back, inhale. Come forward and around. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Now, on the inhale, take the left leg high up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon to the back of the mat. Bring that left knee toward left wrist. Extend that right arm back, that right leg back, straight back. Lift and extend through the spine. Lower down. Nice deep breathing in pigeon. Press back up onto the hands. Tuck the right toes under, left leg high up and back, and then option just to open the hip and bend the leg, or take Wild Thing for your heart opener. Open the throat, open the chest, reach upper back, bringing toward a straight right leg, bent left leg. One more inhale. Exhale, down dog. So come back, place that left foot on the floor. So same leg, inhale the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Rise up to crescent lunge, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. 5-pointed star, inhale. Warrior 2, back to the front of the mat, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. This will be our last few chaturangas. Up dog and down dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, sweep that left arm forward, backward. And then exhale, come forward and around. Inhale, Skandasana to the back of your mat. Exhale, low lunge to the back, onto the right leg. Inhale, right leg high. 3-legged dog, exhale, half pigeon. Right knee toward right wrist. Extend that left leg straight back, top of the foot flat to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Settle into the breath. Press up onto the hands. Back toes tuck under. Come back to downward facing dog. Same leg, left leg lifts, inhale. Step through low lunge, exhale. Rise up, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Come down into a seat. We're gonna take got nice open outer hips, so we're just gonna maximize that here with cow face pose. So you're gonna bring your left knee on bottom so it faces toward the front of the mat, and then you're gonna stack that right leg on top. So working toward 2 knees stacked on top of each other and 2 sitting bones grounded to the floor. Both arms are gonna come up overhead. You're gonna bend that right arm and take the left hand onto that right elbow. You can stay right here, keeping that head lifted, or if you want to take the bind, you'll just sweep that left arm behind, reach for the clasp of the hands or a belt or a shirt. Tall spine again. Inhale. Exhale. And then option to forward fold. Just experiment in this posture because our hips are probably a little more open than normal after everything we just did to warm them up. So the other option, if you want to get deeper into the hips, is to bring the shins closer to parallel with the front of the mat. Okay, so that's another option as well, if you're feeling like you could use even more of a stretch. Come all the way back up. Just gonna release the arms, take the left hand behind the left hip. Right knee is gonna come toward the left heel. Press into the hand, lift the hips up, open through the front side of the body. Okay, and release. Now come on to the left knee and extend the right leg off to the side. Come all the way up. Good. Inhale, both arms up overhead. For gate pose, come off to the right. Right arm slides down that right leg. Lift up and over. Okay, and then we're gonna come back through center and we're gonna take modified side plank. So you're just gonna place your left hand on the floor, lift that right leg off the floor, right arm extends up. Okay, and you can keep that right foot on the floor. And from here, we're gonna move into a modified Chapasana or sugarcane pose. So option to bend that right leg, take the foot from the outside, good, and then start to press that foot back, open through the chest, maybe look up and back. If you're in Chapasana variation, come back, all the way back up. Good, and then take the right knee to the floor. For Ustrasana camel pose, take both hands to low back, press those hips forward, start to lift through the chest. Option to take one hand and then the other to the heels. Hands back to low back. Come all the way up. Good. Sit the hips to the heels. Rest the hands on the thighs. Close the eyes. And then come back to seated. And take that on the other side. So the right knee is going to come down and face forward to the front of the mat. And then we're going to stack the left knee on top of the right. Okay, it's okay if they're not perfectly stacked. We're just moving in that direction. Sitting bones both on the floor. And take that left arm up and over. Take that, or both arms up overhead. Take that left arm behind, right hand to the left elbow. You can stay right here, nice tall spine, lifting up. Or if you'd like to bind, you'll just sweep that right arm behind. Reach for the clasp behind the back, sit up tall. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can stay here, inhale, or forward fold on the exhale. And once again, just experiment with the posture so you can move the legs forward. Or if that's too much, you just bring the feet back toward the hips. If you're folded forward, release from the fold, release the arms. You're going to bring the right hand behind the right hip. Left knee is going to come toward right heel. Press into that right hand, lift the hips up, open through the chest. Lifting that arm up or back. Slow release down onto the mat. You're going to come up onto that right shin and extend the left leg to the left. Reach both arms up overhead. Gate pose to the left. Left hand slides down that left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. And moving into modified side plank. So you're going to take that right hand to the floor. You can stay here with that left foot on the floor, reaching up through that left arm, or lift the left leg off the floor, Just building strength in the outer hip on the left side and the glute. And then option for Chapasana on this side. Take that left foot with the hand, press that left foot back, maybe open through the throat and chest. Turn to side plank, and then back up onto the knees. Now we're going to take rabbit pose. So you're going to sit the hips to the heels, bring the hands to the heels. We're going to start to round forward. So round the shoulders forward, bring the forehead toward the knees, top of the head to the mat, and start to lift the hips. Hold onto the heels, or the shins, or the calves. Slow release, hips to the heels, come all the way up. Good, and then just cross over your ankles and make your way down onto your back. Okay, keep both knees bent right now, heels in toward the hips. We're gonna extend the right leg up toward the ceiling. Okay, so take your hands behind your right thigh and start to walk them up the back of the right leg. And then option to extend the left leg long on the mat and continue to walk the hands up the back of the leg. For a little core, this is optional, okay? So you can focus here on the hamstring stretch, or you can bring the forehead toward the right knee, and then option to lift that left leg off the floor. So we're getting double, triple duty here. A little core strengthening, a little stretching. All right, so if you're lifted, release left foot to the floor. Take that right hand, if you can, take the peace fingers around the right big toe. Left arm's gonna extend to the left, and then right leg is gonna extend to the right. If you cannot reach the right toe, bend your leg, take hold of the knee 90 degrees here, and then open the leg to the right. And then come back towards center. If your leg is straight, bend it. And take the left hand to the right knee, and we're gonna twist. Take that right knee to the left. Okay, so we're maximizing this nice open right hip and glute with this twist, twisting across the body and then looking to the right. Then come back towards center. Take that right foot, stamp it to the floor, left leg lifts. Interlace hands around the back of the left thigh, and then start to walk the hands up the back of the leg. Okay, so maybe this is where you stay today. It's a great place to stay, working on that hamstring stretch, keeping the low back pressed down onto the mat, or extend that right leg long. And you can continue to walk the hands up the back of the leg, maybe lifting the forehead toward the knee, and maybe right foot comes off the floor to hover. And wherever you are, we're gonna lower the shoulders down onto the floor, reach the left peace fingers around the left big toe, open the left leg to the right, right arm to the, or left leg to the left, right arm to the right. Okay, if we can't reach the big toe, you can always use a strap or a shirt or a towel, or you can bend the leg, take the left hand onto the knee and open it up to the side. Come back through center. If the leg's not bent already, bend it to 90 degrees and then guide it across the center of the body to the right. Left hand extends to the left. Come back towards center, hug both knees into the chest. So preparing for Shavasana. Anything you'd like to take before our final posture, take that now. If you like to just roll around on the spine, little circles with the knees, or happy baby, or anything else. When you're ready, we'll extend the legs long for Shavasana. Take your time getting there, move around on your mat, get comfortable. Eventually the feet will fall open, arms will rest alongside the body and the palms will face up and the fingers will relax. And take a nice deep breath to close your practice, and then you can just let go of the breath altogether. Just soften into the breath, soften into the body, soften into your mat. So we're not holding on to anything here, just enjoying the moment. This time in this space is yours, so enjoy it. Try to stay present. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the wrists and the ankles. Reach both arms up overhead for a full body stretch. Slowly come onto the side, cradling the head and the arm. Take this last moment to acknowledge your practice. Thank yourself for making it here onto your mat today. Set an intention for the rest of the day as you move forward, off of your mat, into the world. And slowly come up to a seat. And draw hands to heart. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. day as you go forward. May you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. Namaste.